We are here back at the KOE Nation page for a review of another premium spirits. This is one of my personal favorite brands, the Dalmore. They've impressed me, to say the least.
Indeed.
And this is their Portwood Reserve. Now, a lot of people don't know the stag on the Dalmore. The Dalmore's heritage dates back to 1263. It was in this year that Colin of Kintail, chief of the clan Mackenzie, saved King Alexander III from the fury of a charging stag. In recognition of this noble act, the king granted the Mackenzie clan the right to use the 12-pointed stag emblem on their coat of arms. When descendants of the clan Mackenzie became owners of the Dalmore distillery, the royal stag became the recognizable icon that proudly adorns each bottle of the Dalmore today, which, that's pretty damn neat.
All right, I like it.
So it's got a long-standing history that goes back centuries. And now in terms of its Portwood, at the Dalmore, we have a tradition of pioneering new standards when marrying our whiskeys. We benefit from a 175-year-old artisan process that has been refined over 2 centuries to enhance the style and flavor of our whiskeys. Our unique and large bulbous still produce a full-flavored and highly complex spirit, which is then enriched over time in the finest cask. Many available only to the Dalmore and hand-selected by our master distiller, Richard Patterson. Oh, okay. Dalmore Portwood Reserve is a special assemblage of whiskey matured in American white oak ex-bourbon barrels and finished in aged tawny port pipes, hand-selected from W.J. Graham's vineyard in Portugal. Richard Patterson is the guy behind Dalmore. He's a master blender for White Mackay. He's also the master distiller for the Dalmore and Jura.
Okay.
And just to, shout out to Mr. Patterson. I do appreciate your work, sir.
Indeed.
Oh my goodness. So this is from Tawny Port, which is typically a bit more of the fruity, sweet port.
All right.
I'm looking forward to this. As you can see, I've gotten into this bottle once.
Wow.
It's good.
That is a nice red, almost wine red.
Yeah, they do add some artificial coloring to it, but not too much, really. And you don't have
It's
to.
a nice color, though. Oh, interesting.
Like cherries, dark cherries.
Yeah, very almost a chocolate cherry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Ooh.
I've had this before, so
Yeah, that is. I'm just getting like a chocolate covered cherry. Smells great. Looks great.
Yep, chocolate and cherries.
Yeah, it is.
It's different from the 12.
Oh, yeah, definitely different from the 12. It stands out on its own. I'm intrigued. Absolutely.
Let's give it a shot, good sir.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my.
It's definitely that oak from the
bourbon.
Yes,
I was just gonna say you get that oaky overtone, but underneath I'm getting honey here.
Oranges.
I'm getting honey here, and I didn't expect to get honey. A citrusy honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting the oranges in I think just amazing stuff. Amazing.
Oh,
stuff.
that is beautiful. There's no burn here. This is smooth as silk. I'm not getting the chocolate cherry on the flavor though. Like it is a citrusy honey on a deep flavor, a thick flavor, if you will. So this is marvelous.
Yeah, this is.
Let's get right into the rating on this. I'm impressed.
Single malt Scotch, brown spirits, shelving.
Okay.
So, single malt Scotch.
That is a 4.5. I love the flavor here. That is a 4.5 single malt Scotch. I'm really blown away at how the nose is chocolate cherry, but the flavor is a thick honey citrus, and it's so very, very, very smooth. with just the right amount of oak. Love it.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like as a single malt, 4.5.
Okay.
It's an amazingly good single malt.
It is.
Just yeah, this would as standalone in the Dalmore line, this one works.
Yes.
Now, as a Scotch, putting up against all the Johnny Walkers, even like Johnny Walker Blue,
This is a much
blended and single.
Taking all that out of it, this is like a much darker, thicker blending of ingredients than a Johnny Walker, because you get a thinness to that liquid. This is a thick, full flavor. I like this a lot. I like this a lot.
All right, as a Scotch. I'm gonna give it 4.25.
Fair.
Yeah,
wow.
it's amazing. As just against any Scotch in the world, this is up there. And yes, I would even introduce people to Scotch with this.
I think I would too. Because I think this is complex enough. You can justify it.
It's complex enough yet approachable enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now here's going to be an interesting one. Brown spirits.
You're not gonna expect this one from me, but 4.
The infamously hard to please in brown spirits, Tony J.
I think this is diverse enough. You could. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't cocktail with it. I wouldn't cook with it, but you could do that tenfold with this,
and it would be amazing.
It's flavorful to cook with. It'd be just the right amount of thickness, flavor-wise, to cocktail something. I'd never do those things, but you could do that. You could drink. I imagine this is good on the rocks. I imagine this is good cold with water. This is good. This is great neat. I'm going with a 4.
As a brown spirit, I'm going to go with again 4.25. That's just where I got to go. Now, as for Sheldon, this is a really tough question. Yeah, it's a top.
It's a top
shelf Scotch,
hands down.
The Dalmore Portwood Reserve, harder to get these days. So if you can find a bottle, definitely grab one up. This would be one I would use for like after dinner, after you've had dessert. This would be a great after dinner drink.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, this is
marvelous spirit.
Yes. So, folks, I need just one more before I send us off.
Excellent stuff.
As I am known to say around here, folks. All that being said, this has been our review of the Dalmore Portwood Reserve, a fine, fine Scotch, and you really need to check it out. I am the king of the K.O.E. Nation, the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E., signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner,
Tony G. Thanks for stopping in. This was a delicious one.